Good morning, afternoon, or evening, or whatever it is where you are. Right now I'd like to talk to you about the Mouse Utopia experiments. For those who aren't familiar, a scientist back in the 60s named John B. Calhoun got two pairs of mice, put them in a very large enclosure, gave them all the food and water they could want, kept them isolated from predators such as cats, and isolated from disease as much as possible, made sure their enclosures were always clean, moved all the dead mice, put a lot of toys in there to keep the mice entertained, anything they need to be happy. What happened is that the population of mice exploded at first. It filled the enclosure, but it didn't level off. What happened is the population decreased until finally all the mice died. During that declining phase, what he called the death phase, many mice adapted these behaviors, or maladaptive behaviors, he called the behavioral sink. It's mice fighting each other, female mice abandoning their young, and a subset called the beautiful ones who would sit around and groom themselves and not do anything else, certainly not mate and have babies with the mice. He had an agenda behind this. He extrapolated this to mankind. His agenda was left-wing environmentalism. He wanted to show that fecundity was bad, and consumerism was bad, and materialism was bad, prosperity is bad. Anything you would think of with the post-communist left, who started hating material prosperity because communism failed to produce prosperity. Was he justifying doing that? Well, his experiment was called Universe 25. He had another experiment called Universe 1 involving Norway rats. There was something similar. The population declined, but all the rats didn't die. And what happened to Universes 2 through 24? We won't know, because he never told us, and the experiment has never been redone. So far, Mouse Utopia has been unrepeatable. Can we extrapolate from rodent to human? I doubt it. Can we even extrapolate from rodent to rodent? I doubt it. Now in the 21st century, a new group of people on the internet have rediscovered Mouse Utopia and are once again applying it to mankind with a slightly different agenda. They think fecundity is good, and that materialism and consumerism undermine fecundity. And it's not just that. They say that material prosperity undermines meaning. Let's look at what utter bullshit this is. First, we don't live in Mouse Utopia. We don't have everything provided to us that we would want. Look at me. I'm sitting here recording this video in a motel room in Cambodia that I'm about to lose because I can no longer afford to pay rent. The idea that there is no material struggle in the modern world is just nonsense. And those who say material prosperity does not provide meaning are talking right out their ass. I had a lot more meaning when I had a lot more money. So that sounds like the voice of the uber-privileged, spoiled brat who thinks that money doesn't bring happiness because he's always had it. It's the voice of Richie Rich. Material struggle is very much real. They further go on to say that we live in a meaning crisis because we have all this stuff but no meaning. I would just like to say that's nonsense. People don't struggle to find meaning. Meaning is right in front of you when you don't have food or housing. Meaning could even be right in front of you if you have all you need. The idea that we have a meaning crisis because we have become soft due to lack of material struggle is truly a crock of shit. Yeah, that's my rant for today. If anyone wants to disagree with me, you can. But thank you for listening anyway. Goodbye.